Try to get, yeah, no. I am actually super hyped that you're hosting that tournament because yeah, I want to do that tournament format too. Yeah, for people that don't know, Don already's hosting this tournament, and he's using me and Don both come from Age of Empires 3, and he's the format he's using for the tournament is like the coolest format of any tournament I played. Basically, he's gonna have like 20 people in the tournament, and there's gonna be like a live auction where there'll be like four captains, and you draft your players, and it's so cool. Just like watching the live draft, the auction is like so fun because you see like what the managers value each player. So you have like fake coins, and you will draft your players. So you could, if you want BC, you could use like a shit ton of money on BC, but then you'll have less money, like fake money, for your next four players. So it's really cool. I'm glad. I really want EGC to host like an S tier tournament with like the same format because yeah, it's like such a sick format. Um, some first times chatters. Sass in the chat was good. Oh, Avely in the chat using Dogecoin, right? No, it's just using like a fake currency. It's just using like a fake number. It's not any money or anything like that. Basically, there's like four managers. I think there's four teams, and you pick like five players each. I think it's five players. And so I don't know. Say you have like 5,000 coins to begin with. Then if you pick five players, basically on average, each player would be 1,000 coins. For 1,000 coins each for five players. But it doesn't play out like that. Like say you want to get like BC and you really want to get BC, someone might spend like 3,000 coins on BC, and then they get BC for like 3,000 coins. But then that means they only have 2,000 left for four more players. So then they would have to, get like, four players for 500, whatever math. So it's actually really cool. It's super sick, and yeah, it's the format that Don's gonna be doing for a tournament. So yeah, some players will drop like a ton of coins for like the huge stars, Marine Lord BC, or you could do like a different strategy where you spend like equal money for all five players, and basically each player is as important as the other one because basically your team will play versus the other team. It's one versus one. I don't know why I'm explaining this whole thing. It's just fun, but yeah, you'll play like a play all five series versus an opponent. So say you go like 4-1 versus your opponent, that means you get 4 points for your team. The other team gets 1 point. So say you get BC and BC wins 4-1, but then you have someone bad or worse like who did I pick on Don? Say Don. I don't think Don's playing. Actually, I'm not sure if he's playing it or not. But say Don won a series 4-1, you would also get 4 points. So it's just yeah. Okay, I'm done explaining the whole thing. EPL for H4 right now. What's good, Midel? Oh man, damn Don, you actually should get Midel in it. Yeah, so Don already is hosting a tournament. He's doing like a small tournament. I think he's got like $600 prize pool or something. But yeah, he's trying to host this in like a week or 2 weeks. He decided to basically host it on like the one day I work so that I can't play. But yeah, I think he's gonna be like 2 days before Thanksgiving. So actually, yeah, I was saying how the EPL format, it's the best format in any tournament. I really hope EGC does like an S tier tournament with the format. It would be sick. All right, what the hell we got going on here? Waiting for my food. Watching a replay of T. Day Johnson, French versus Auto. Again, casting this while reading chat. He's got a big cannon, so that looks nice. This is an interesting matchup, French versus Auto. I feel like for the most part, Knights are horrible in this matchup because Ottoman can go like Spearman and Spahi, and they can get a shit ton of units out really quickly. And then if you go heavy on Knights, like you could just get demolished. But sometimes some players make Knights work, and you can raid with them. But I like going more like Spearman Archers in this matchup. Anytime I make Knights, I feel like it's horrible. But love anxiety too. But yeah, okay, let's get into this. He built a house within TC ranges, which is really good because usually Ottoman can build military school in Age 1, and then there's spearmen attacking you. So yeah, you want to make sure that your house is built within TC range so the house can't get killed. And I didn't really break down his early Age 1 scouting pattern much, but he's putting 4 on School of Cavalry. I'm probably gonna like semi-quick cast this. Not gonna like dissect it super in depth, but looks like he's doing wheelbarrow in transition, which is good. Except he doesn't have the wood for it, right? Nah. Okay, now he's researching it. Right, let's see. He's probably gonna queue up a knight. He's probably just gonna be like a French bot. Like every French player just trains knights like blindly, like aimlessly. I feel like, I mean, it could be good to maybe open one knight, but it's such a trap for French players to overproduce knights, especially in this matchup. You could make one knight though, deal with this annoying spearman, and then try to raid. But yeah, I like making like archers and spearmen in this matchup, and yeah, not making knights basically. Doing a little bit of bill punching. That's good, as long as it's not causing too much idle time. Good. I think his knight came out pretty damn late. Oh, do not let the Vil die! Hot bills in TC, good. Alright, so anytime you get a low HP Vil like this, oof. Ah, very good. Okay, yeah, you should send the Vil back and put it on top of sheep. Basically, the Vil's super, weak. You want to put it in the most defendable location, so, yeah. Okay, you should not have an idle knight. Like, you should be doing something with this knight. Yeah, go right, do something. And, well, he doesn't have lumber camp built yet, but he could get the wood upgrade. Spear bow. Wait, what? If spear bow, I suppose, isn't that waste potential? Well, it depends what you're doing, but like you could play defensive and make archers and spearmen. Here he's going for a fast second DC. You basically have to scout the Ottoman and kind of play according to what the Ottoman player is doing, because there's quite a few things that Otto could do. Like Otto might do a really quick, like semi-fast castle, get the relics, and maybe produce a shit ton of knights. Or they could be super aggressive in H2. So you kind of have to scout, see what they're doing, and then yeah, play accordingly. So he's going for a fast second TC, and I would put a TC here, yeah, because Ottoman are actually a civ that's like really good at punching second TCs because they can get a shit ton of units out quickly. So you don't want to be too greedy with the TC, but luckily this hunt's like super, way back in the corner, so it's pretty safe. So dropping a TC right there would be nice. Researching fertilization. Yeah, that's fine. It's early, but he does have bills on sheep, so that's good. Yeah, he's actually playing really well right now. I mean, he's floating, I guess, floating resources. This TC probably could have been a bit sooner, but... Oh no, he dropped off a tiny bit too soon, but there he goes. Yep. Second TC. And Ottoman player. Looks like the Ottoman player was going for the semi-fast castle. Well, he was making a lot of archer ranges now. That looks a little weird, so maybe he's not. Looks like he was getting set up to do a semi-fast castle. But then he dropped 2 archer ranges. What rank is this? I don't know. TJ Johnson, what rank is this? You gotta fix the rally point. I think you send multiple villas to the stone mine that aren't meant to be here. Queue up villas, queue up villas! Okay, I don't know why you're, yeah, okay, yeah, you gotta fix that rally point, so I think you, there you go, fine. TJ Johnson with the subscription, thanks man, appreciate it. Alright, dropping a second archer range. And yeah, you kind of just want to scout, you know, see what your opponent's doing. If you do scout 2 archery ranges, usually that's an indication that he's, you know, gonna make a lot of archers in H2 and kind of play like all in H2 style. But then he did build a tower in the gold. I mean, sometimes they'll just do that versus, you know, versus knights anyways, just to be safe. Ooh, there you go. You could charge through here. This guy, I don't know. This guy's playing really weird though. He's like not making units, so not really sure what the hell he's doing. Pop him in TC, TC. Garrison TC, kill that scout. There you go. And TJ Johnson looks like he's gonna be trying to go Castle Age. It's not bad. It could be a little risky, but yeah, this guy's not doing much either. So if he goes Castle here, which actually can work out pretty well, he definitely should be doing Guild Hall. Rural Institute can be really good sometimes, but this is obviously not a situation where we would do Rural Institute. Moving out of these archers was super risky. I mean, it's good that he's bringing them back. Probably just shouldn't have moved out with them in the first place. And do not bring the... Oh, okay, holy shit, he does Rural Institute. Horrible, horrible, horrible. So this is... Do not leave the spot he back to these archers. That would be very bad. It looks like he's kind of doing that. Oh my god, he's going to leave the spot. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is he really going to... I mean, they're maybe get back in time. But, I mean, that was bad. He just, like... Basically, you had, like, 4 archers super vulnerable, and you're like, hey... Like, you showed your opponent where your archers were. You're like, hey, man, come on, bring your spot over here. My archers are... They're undefended, and they're this way. But got back in time. So, yeah, right here, the Rural Institute, both landmarks for French can be really good, and it's very situational on like when you build which one. But basically, the reason why I would make the Rural Institute is if I'm trying to get the knight upgrade and yeah, do Royal Bloodlines and have a timing where like you have a shit ton of knights that are really strong and you like demolish your opponent with a huge knight mass. And that's basically impossible right now. So I kind of have a rule of thumb is like I'm only going to build the Royal Institute if I have like 10 to like 15 knights currently on the field. So it's good when like if you play like Prolonged Feudal Age and then you're fighting a lot and then you have like 10 or 15 knights, then you build the Royal Institute and then you upgrade them, and then all of a sudden you have like, you know, 15, maybe 20 knights that are super upgraded. But it's not good when you have like a very few number of knights or one knight. It's really bad because, I don't know, then you have to upgrade the knights and then you have to make a bunch of knights. He could be doing it for maybe like the crossbow upgrade, but yeah, it's just really bad in this situation, especially when you don't have a lot of resources. And like this early in the game, I just really dislike this landmark. Instead, Guild Hall would be really good here because he's playing like super safe, super boomy. And it's at a point where like the opponent doesn't really have a lot of army, so it's not like he can dive any TC. In the Guild Hall, you know, it generates you resources, and basically it's going to generate you more resources percent-wise the less economy you have. So, you know, say if you have 100 villagers and you build the Guild Hall, the amount of resources it's going to be making isn't that much because you already have 100 villagers. Your resource income's already, you know, super strong. You're gathering resources extremely quickly. But if you only have like 40 vills or 50 vills and you build the Guild Hall, you know, percentage-wise, it's going to be kind of getting you more resources than, you know, you having a 100 vill eco. So, yeah. And then you drop the barracks. You could try to raid maybe, but yeah. And right here, you could try to do stuff like you have archers. You could try to, well, I don't know. You don't want to risk it too much, but you could try to like shoot the units and maybe pull them into like TC range. But I don't know. You don't want to get too careless with it. But yeah, like stuff like this is good. Like that's good. Yeah, get a charge off for free and then just back up. Yeah, attack with the archers. Like yeah, exactly. That's basically exactly what I'm talking about. Pop the Vills in TC. Vills in TC. Extra damage. Vills in TC. What the fuck? Okay, back kite with the archers. Make sure the archers are attacking the spearmen. This is a really good fight for him. Like, you're good. It's bad for the auto player to dive like this, but you could have kited this a little bit more and try to upgrade your knights right away. Okay, yeah, you got the upgraded. Yeah, this is a horrible fight for the Ottoman player. He's losing a shit ton of units. It's diving town centers is like the worst thing you can do in AoE 4. Like, TCs are like fucking nukes. They just like demolish units insanely quickly. Like when you're in the second age, and yeah, like the auto player, like it's kind of should be basically GG right now. The Ottoman player just deleted his entire army. You look at like destroyed army values, you know, crazy. Yeah, that's why Guildhall would be so much better right here. And this knight you should not be fighting with. You should put this knight back in the town center, and at some point you'll get silvery, and then this knight can get healed, but you should not be fighting with a 19 HP knight as French. And you should be probably just raiding with like the knights that are healthy. You split them up and send them with the scouts so they're moving faster, and you know, you're not like drag boxing the army. I'm actually starving. Is this food getting here? Oh, I should be here any minute, actually. Oh, fuck, I got delayed a little bit. Fine. Yeah, you could try to scout your opponent a little bit more. I don't like the siege workshop here. I guess you're maybe building it just to make Springfields like free in advance. I mean, it's okay, but I don't know. And you should actually be training crossbows, because the Arbaletiers is like French's best unit, and Arbaletiers are just insane. Like, they're one of the best units in the game. When you can get like the unique upgrades with French, and yeah, and look at this. Like, he built the Royal Institute and he's done literally nothing with it. Or did he get one upgrade? I don't think he got any upgrades. So, you know, the guild hall would have already had like probably like 600 resources in the bank right now. So yeah, guild hall. If he did guild hall, he would have won this game. Yeah, grabbing some relics, always a pretty good idea. Macro getting a little bit sloppy, but not too bad. Oh, gotta fight with these knights. This is bad. This is a really kind of pivotal engagement, and he actually has like 3 knights not fighting. Mistake, obviously. Okay, he's starting to get blacksmith up. Well, he just built the blacksmith, so he's got the free axe. Okay, back up. Yeah, there you go. Once you see a Janissaries, get the fuck out of there. Yeah, you should be making like Arbaletiers that. Nah, you shouldn't be doing archers. You should be doing Arbaletiers. Like, just do Arbaletiers, because they're insanely strong. Back up. Oh, he's maybe forced to fight there, but yeah, you should have backed up. Once he saw the Janissaries, he should have just like retreated his entire army and have his entire army like sitting on top of his town centers. Because basically you just want to survive the Jan timing. And yeah, you want to delay this fight. Right now you want to delay the fight as long as possible, but instead it looks like he's like trying to start the fight, which is a big mistake. You should be trying to delay it as long as possible. Yeah, this is a bad fight to take. Very bad fight. And he just threw the game. Yeah, that was... He just lost... he just lost his entire army. I mean, And so Janissaries, you know, stat-wise, they're very strong. But basically, you can only get so many Janissaries, right? So he only has 9 Janissaries. If in a low number fight, they're going to be significantly stronger. You know, say if you have like 15 units versus 15 units, and 9 of them are Janissaries, like they're going to have a shit ton of value in that fight. But say it's like 30 units versus 30 units, and 9 of them are Janissaries, then the Janissaries are going to have a much less significant role in that fight. Because, you know, if you have 30 units, you can kill the Janissaries really quickly or easily. So that was, yeah, he took like a low unit fight and versus Janissaries. It just ended up being a horrible fight. You know, this is like this was the Vizier point to pop out the Janissaries. So this was like the Ottoman timing. You should have just retreated all the way and yeah, delayed the fight as long as possible. You know, he's not really building his buildings with like the normal L-shaped for keeps later down the road, but and now he's just starting to float a shit ton of resources, so you just gotta spend your bank. And barracks I don't like. You should just go like Arbaletiers, and like horsemen or maybe knights. Or Arbaletiers should be his main account. Yellowish TV, what's good, man? Thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. Going for a boar, which is nice, but he's going for a boar of 25 villagers, which is interesting tactic. There you go. This is actually a really nice location. Drop some towers there. Alright, delay the fight as long as possible once again. And he built the Siege Workshop, but then he did not make anything from it for like, well, ever right now, so that was like obviously very strange. Like, if you don't just randomly build the building and then not use it, like if you're gonna spend 300 wood on Siege Workshop, you should be like training up a unit from it, like as soon as it's built, basically. So that was just a weird. And you kind of spend a lot of resources on buildings, as you can see. So he's also still floating quite a bit. So as fixture rally points, delay this fight as long as you can. I mean, if you could get a Mengenal or a Springald out, yeah, that would be quite nice. You could be attacking with your archers right now. You could get some free shots on with your archers if you got the micro for it. Getting the relics is quite nice. If this guy does dive you and it's going to be like a game deciding fight, then you should use the monks for conversions. Just even if you don't get a conversion off, he'll have to target your monks, which means he won't be shooting at your units. So yeah. Oh, you got a wolf gnawing at your feet. Everybody getting a fucking hype for the AoE4 expansion dropping soon. Springald, nice. Okay, try to attack with the Springald. See, you know, you can try to get a hit on the Mano. And he should train a scout. If anytime you have siege, you should have a scout with your siege. So that the scout can, you know, be like the spotter. Back up, back up, back up! Boom, free shot, beautiful. Okay, horrible. Do not fight this. Why is he fighting? Please back up with the man-arms. Back up, back up. Archers should be in like line formation. Wasting a lot of man-arms there for no reason. Doesn't even really need to fight right now. You killed the Mega now. Just, you know, you could just back up. You need a scout with your army. This guy could have like a Penspahi showing up right now. Or Mengenal. He's just like randomly walking across the map with like Archer Ball. And boom, he takes the giant volley from Mengenal. That's why you have a scout with your army. And he also overwalked, so he's deleting his army here once again. And yeah. I mean, you're playing pretty good. I'm impressed with like your build and stuff. For the most part, playing pretty well, but you had like 2 really, really horrible fights. And then this is actually a 3rd horrible fight. You should not, yeah, like you should just back up. You got caught out and then you backed up, but then you went back in for no reason. You're also now starting to float a shit ton of res, so fix that macro. Yeah, I mean, mainly you just had 2 very bad fights. But you are also floating a shit ton of res, yeah. Oh, you didn't even use a fucking landmark! What the fuck? You built Rural Institute and then he never used it. Yeah, if this was the guild hall, it probably would have gotten over 2,000 resources at this point. Yeah, if I had to guess, it probably would have gotten 2,000 res, maybe more. So you would just have like 2,000 more resources if you just click the other button. But instead he did the Royal Institute and he never used the landmark, so. And this wolf is still gnawing at your guys' feet. Shouldn't let your people get eaten alive by wolves. That's never good. Oh, look at this. This guy's about to get eaten alive. No, she's safe. Oh, yeah, just got eaten alive by a wolf. Good. Oh, couple knights showing up. Yeah, okay, you're now just floating a shit ton of res, so you just gotta use your resources. Yeah, you can get upgrades. Just click on things. This is a point where you just have to click. You don't have everywhere else, so you could use all of your gold you got stacked. You just click on things here. Panic sets in, yeah. This is where the panic sets in, and then people don't click as not quick enough. You still have 3 relics up in Vills, so you gotta abandon this location. You can stop trading Vills from here because it's probably gonna die. Try to get a free hit on the minion if you can. And yeah, just fix your macro. I would build this with more than 2 Vills probably, but I mean, you're still at this point. I hate buying and selling with the market, but I mean, your macro is so messed up that it would be smart to buy and sell right now. Okay, you're taking another horrible fight. I feel like a lot of players do this. They'll fight for no reason. They'll just fight just to fight. Like, you're obviously gonna lose this fight. Your army is way smaller, and like you should just let the CC die. Like, just abandon this location. Who cares? You're just like deleting your army once again for no reason. Like, there's no way you're gonna win that fight, or the fight was gonna be close. But you like pick the fight. And yeah, you do have a shit ton of res. Like, even if you did build market, you have so much res that you could buy food. You could buy food, and you could drop like a red palace, like anywhere, and then they would make it impossible for them to push your town centers. Yeah, like you could have built a red palace right here if you like bought food. You could build a red palace, and then this CC actually would have survived because you wouldn't be able to push into it. Because yeah, your macro is full of a ton of res. I feel like a lot of times players will be in this situation, especially at the semi-lower ELOs or even like, Diamond. Players will be in this situation where they feel like things have been going bad for a while, and they'll like kind of give up mentally, but the game's actually like far from over right now. Like, yeah, you took a bunch of bad fights and you're kind of putting yourself in a bad spot, but I mean, even looking at score and, looking at everything, like, it's still a very even game. Like, TJ Johnson's maybe even winning right now, even though it probably doesn't feel like it to him. But yeah, like, say, like, he could just build a red palace right where this keep is, and then he's an imp, and it becomes impossible for this guy to attack the French town center, and then this town center would have also survived. Then you could research Tithe Barns. You got 3 relics. Do Tithe Barns. You could drop like another TC, do some Vill booming. He's kind of just letting his army like slowly die. Yeah, the right move would have been to drop a red palace here, where he just doesn't have enough army to survive. But like, he still has an insane amount of resources. He's got like, over 6k res. And if you're not gonna age, you just need to regroup your army. Don't fight, like, don't just send them in one at a time like this to die. Like, have your gather points like right here underneath the keep, and then form a big army and then attack. Like, right now he's just rallying units in one at a time and just letting them die one at a time, so obviously bad. And then he literally, oh wait, he did make spring loads from here, but yeah, he could have probably made some minion houses at some point. Yeah, I just need to fix the eco. But yeah, you could have bought food. Yeah, the Royal Institute. Oh man, you would have been able to have so much food with the Royal Institute. I mean, with the guild hall, we didn't build the Royal Institute. And you're kind of stabilizing here. At this point, you should go for the Red Palace because he has. You could tell he kind of has a big army, and Red Palace would probably be better. Then it makes it where like his army can't attack your buildings. You need to have a scout. Like, I mean, you can attack here because yeah, you get vision, but you're messing up the micro. You should have killed both of those. You should have had a scout. Sometimes with the Springalds, you want to almost like walk past, like how far they should go. Like if you just right click on the Mangonel and the Mangonel's retreating, and the Springalds will like get there, and then they'll like set up to attack. But then the Mangonel's outside of range again, so you want to like walk almost past the range, closer to the Mangonel, and then shoot. So even if it won't cancel the attack. Yeah, I mean just spend your resources, so an insane amount of resources floated. Come on, man. Oh, he did something with the Royal Institute. He did something. Gonna get like enlist incentives. I mean, he could get a lot of shit. And yeah, so there's two reasons why people make a Royal Institute ever. Number one is when you're doing the giant night timing and you're catching someone off guard with like a shit ton of Royal Bloodline Knights. The other option is if you're trying to make a ton of like really strong Arbaletiers in H3. So in this situation, you could have gone for other tiers. Like you could, research this upgrade for the Arbs, and then, make a shit ton of Arbaletiers. You could get some free hits if you got Springalds. Like you should be, if he has 0 Springalds and he's just blindly attacking you with Mangonels, like you should kill this Mangonel easily right now. I mean, you need that. You should. Oh yeah, you have multiple Springalds. Like these should all be dead right now. Should have a scout with your army. Arbaletiers. Not Arbaletiera? I have no idea how it's pronounced, but that's... Drop some stables. This guy's going for a Sacred Site one. That's kinda nice. Kill them! Burn them! Burn them all! There you go. Move up, move up. Oh, it's so bad that's horrible. Horrible micro. Should have easily killed the second one. You have to, after you shot the first one, you need to move forward a bit. And then attack. Because, yeah, that same thing happened. That happened to you twice so far this game. Yeah, I mean, anytime you're H3 with French, like, that basically answer for the most part is to spam Arbaletiers. Since Arbaletiers can get this upgrade, or, well, not that upgrade, but the one you already have, the one that gives them, like, the melee range armor, Arbaletiers are, like, insanely good. Like, you could argue and say that Arbaletiers are a broken unit. So, yeah, they're incredibly good. And then you can also use the Pavis ability, so... Come on, man! Oh, the Springald getting cancelled again! Oh my lord! Oh! Come on, Springald, you can do it. Look at this, watch this dude. So you're right-clicking on the Mangonel. That's what's messing you up. You're just clicking to attack, but you're doing it when like the Springald isn't really in range, so you keep having the Springald get its like attack cancelled. But I'm starving. I feel like I have a hole in my stomach right now. Oh. Where is this food? I don't know if I'm gonna keep streaming. I do need to hit the gym at some point. Making some farms. Go. I mean, you need to make scouts, like, see what the hell he's doing. Oh, well, uncap this. He built a keeper, but then didn't uncap it. That's, not good. Oh, look at that. He just letting his siege get killed for free. Back up. Back it up. Okay, there. I mean, you have a shit ton of raz. Like, either queue up like 20 units or go in. I think at this point you may be trying to go in. 8 siege fights. They're actually pretty fun because they can be like micro intensive. Yeah, I think if you hear what I said and you like recognize that that was your mistake, I think your siege micro will be way better now. I mean, this is kind of just in a really weird location. Oh, Clouds over Artillery. Oh, that's Clouds over Artillery can be good versus auto because of you don't get culverins, but it's gonna make you kind of lose the game here. I knew he had a huge army, so I would have done Red Palace because he had like this Death Ball army that he was gonna basically dive you as soon as you got imp. Someone said builds Gods over Artillery and then use 4 Springboards? Did he? Yeah, that's true. Like if you do Gods over Artillery, just make the cold or this, yeah, colds. Yeah, and some of the fights earlier, you could have used like your priest to try to do some conversions. I mean, he mainly had ranged units, so it wouldn't have been as good, but. Yeah. So, I mean, to summarize, you lost because you took like really bad fights. You just took a couple fights that made no sense, and you didn't put a scout. You didn't make enough scouts. Like just scouts are really good. They just give you vision. Like if you have siege, you should always have scouts. The one time your archers got demolished because you didn't have a scout with them. Yeah, train more scouts. Don't take really bad fights. Just work on your macro. Your mid game macro got really sloppy. But you're playing. You're playing pretty damn clean before that. Like your initial opening and builds and strategy was quite good, but then your mid game macro became bad, and you took some bad fights. And you can improve that Springald micro.